went to pull the covers back and it was in the bed. And every day that picture just moved around from somewhere, just something unexpected. There's that picture again. Something unexpected. Didn't cost anything. Do you think I'm going to forget that experience or any of the other kids in the house? No. All right. Can I do something out of the box with this? And that's kind of what all of these questions are about. But this one is one of the things that you can do, and this is not my idea, this came from the Ayers, Linda and Richard Ayers. They talk about waiting for somebody to come home with all of the socks in your house. You have this little stockpile of socks, and when they come in the door, you scream, "Sock fight!" And you throw those socks. You just lob them at your family, your husband that he's coming in, or your kids. And we've done this before. My husband's throwing back up to the, and so you just something silly, doesn't cost anything, but just something easy to do, out of the ordinary, and unforgettable. All right. Oh, I like, why all this buzz? I'm hoping all this buzz is because you're talking about things that you're thinking about that this reminds you of. All right. What story could be built up around this? How many of you have a car that has the sound in the dashboard, in the steering column, in the steering wheel? You got that? Then you have magic cars. What we do when we've got kids in our car, I'll tell them, this is a magical car. If you point up like that, the radio gets louder. I'm pushing it. They're looking at it going, how are you doing that? Because I'm not going anywhere near the radio controls over here, and they can't see me over here. And so, I'll tell them, you got this car, and they're, back here doing all this stuff, and they can't understand how it happens. But you just just add a little story to that. Something fun. All right. Can this be filled with something unique? Can you take an object and just put something that you normally wouldn't have in there and put it in? One example that I can give you is when I was in seminary, I used to have, it was a tradition for us, if there was a birthday, we would stuff the car with balloons. So when they came out to the car, they'd see balloons. Or if we couldn't afford balloons, we'd do newspaper. Just big newspaper wads in the car. And I had, in college, I had some of the gals on my floor filled my dorm room with balloons. And then they hid underneath the pile, so when I walked in, they grabbed me! Which was not very fun, but it was All right. What if this were turned a different way? Could you take an object and just stick it a different way than you normally would see it? What if you were to move it, in that, in the sock example, what if you were to turn it sideways and make a table a bunker? You have something to hide behind. Could I cover this with something to make it different? What if you took a TV tray and just covered it with aluminum foil and put some colored paper on there and turned it into a Star Trek command console? For dinner? No. Not, yeah. All right. Let's see. In forts, obviously, that's a really easy one. You can make a fort out of just about anything. Have you ever eaten? Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm going to do that in a minute. Can this be combined with something different? I saw, you could take, for example, how many of you have got those little walkie-talkies, those little two-way radios at your house? You got those? You could, you guys. You could stick that in your planter. You could stick that in your plants. You know where I'm going, don't you? You can get your plants to talk to their kids as they walk by. I'm not doing that. All right. So that's something you can do. All right. Can you imagine? Can you take an object and just imagine that? Use your imagination and make it something different than what it is. Have you ever gone driving and seen those water towers out there? Don't they look like aliens from War of the Worlds? Yeah. Big long legs coming down. So we pretend, we're in the car and we're driving, we're watching out, and they duck and they hide. You're going down a hill and all of a sudden you can't see them anymore. They're getting away from us. So that's something that you can do. What's an ordinary thing that you can do in a new place? For example, eating dinner is an ordinary thing that we do every night. What if you had a maroon on an island dinner and you took your table and you set it out on the island of a street? I wouldn't make it a busy street. But you could have a maroon or an island dinner. Or you could go, what if you make it even easier. What if you just grab all your food and go under the table and eat your dinner? You know, it helps if you have kids. Better with that. Yeah, you brought
My husband did a really creative date last night. It was basically cooking the steak out on the grill, the potatoes, and then we went out back. We went out back to the backyard and ate dinner. He said, let's go to Outback, and back there was a table set up with steak and potatoes.
Don't you love that? Isn't that awesome? You know, another thing that we did in California, we had a house that had a garage with a flat roof. So we just took our little card table and put it up on that roof with a candle, and we had a rooftop dinner up there. Didn't cost anything, and you don't have to have a roof.
I'm trying to do once a quarter family lock-ins.
What do you do?
Family lock-ins.
Okay.
So 6 p.m. Friday night. No phones, no friends, no internet, family. We plan on what movies we're going to watch that weekend. We do dinner themed based on the movies. I loved your Star Trek console because we did a Star Trek theme. And from dinner to dessert with Star Trek. And it's just everybody falls asleep in the living room that night together.
Really?
We're together off to Saturday, have breakfast, and then we go on with whatever dinner it takes for me to get done.
Wow!
But it used to be once a month when we only had 2 children. Now we do once a quarter because of all the activities of 6 children.
So did everybody hear that over there? That lock-in? What a great idea. And you know, I know Chris's family. They are very close and they have very strong testimonies. Really a good family. And I'll bet you anything that is glue that makes your family stick together, isn't it?
And a lot of
How
times
wonderful.
want to join us. And I say, I love that idea, but let's do a neighborhood camp out. You know, where other parents can have like a big other backyard, but our family walk-ins
Isn't that
are
interesting?
family walk-ins.
Yeah, and isn't that neat? Instead of kids wanting to go out and leave the home to get away from the boring rut, they want to come to Chris's house because they're doing unique, cool things that normally people don't think of doing. How awesome is that? I hope you like having your teenager in your house. All right.
One of the things we started doing was movie night outside, and we just put a sheet up on the deck and project the films out there, and it's like the neighborhood kids all start wandering over with their blankets and their pillows, but it's still fun.
Awesome.
So
and those projectors cost about as much as a regular television set, in fact a little less.
and it's a good investment, I mean, because we use it for other things as well, for presentations and all, but it's nice because at least you know where your kids are and where their friends are. So
Yes, yeah, that's fantastic. All right, a couple other things. There's a couple things. I've got a big long list of stuff, and I'll put it up on the website so that you can have access to it there. But a couple of ones. Oh, it's on that sheet that you've got down at the bottom. It's well, it's coming. Here comes Natalie. All right.
Can you guys pass? Is it the first 2 rows that Nina?
All right. It's called Make Magic from the Mundane.com. I just got it last night. So there's nothing there right now. If you go, there's not going to be anything there. But I will put things up, and by Sunday evening, I'll have something there for you, okay? Maybe even a videotape of the class today. Okay, but there's a couple of things I'm hoping I can just really quickly. There's some activities that I'm hoping to share because we've had so much success with them that there's a couple I'm going to just highlight here. One of them that we do is called, in our house, when it's time to do Saturday chores, we go on a bomb hunt. Have you ever had someone say, this room looks like a bomb went off in it? What we do is we call ourselves the bomb squad. And we, in our house, what we do, and we don't do this every time, but what we do is actually this came from my parents too. This was their idea originally. What they would do, there were 6 of us kids, and they give each of us a chance to be in charge for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Gracias, hermano. We would get to be in charge for 10 minutes, and for 10 minutes, that buzzer, we would just run around like maniacs. And we would do everything that kid did. So it put the kid in the place, it reversed roles for the kids and the parents, so that the parents, now, the kids get to look around and say, oh, this needs doing, you go do that, and they get to have a chance to think in terms of what needs to be done. We've embellished on it a little bit, and the objective is to get it done. What we say is that we're going back in time, and we've got to get into a room put it back. We've got to reset the room so that the bomb doesn't go off.